Okay, so finally we're getting to pub sub, which is one of Meteor's most unique features. It allows us to filter data, so that's what we're going to do here. It allows us to subscribe to certain pieces of data, to publish certain pieces of data, etc., etc. So until now, we've worked assuming the entire database is present on the client, meaning if we call task.find, we'll get every task in the collection. That's not good if users of our application want to store privacy-sensitive data. We need a way of controlling which data gets sent to the client-side database. Just like with Insecure, Meteor apps start with auto-publish, which automatically synchronizes all of the database contents to the client. So let's remove it and see what happens. When the app refreshes, the task list will be empty. Without the auto-publish package, we'll have to specify explicitly what the server sends to the client. The functions in Meteor that do this are Meteor publish and Meteor subscribe. So let's take out auto-publish. So instead of actually opening the packages file, we can just do Meteor auto publish. Whoops, publish. There we go. Let's see. Hopefully it removes fairly quickly. Let's give it about 2 seconds. And now we're gonna start up our server again, and let's go check out what we have to do. Okay, so we're going to, looks like first we're gonna subscribe to the or we're gonna publish all the tasks from the tasks collection. So let's see what we gotta do. We're gonna go to the tasks.js. Whoops. Okay, let's close this, Alright, where do we put this? Right underneath the collection name. So we're going to say if meteor.isServer, we're going to run the following. Okay, we're going to publish the tasks. Let's just copy paste this, makes it a lot simpler. And just so you know, when you do .isServer, that's telling the app to only run this on the server. Okay. Meteor.publish tasks collection. Create a function here called task publication. So this is our publication name, and it's going to return task.find. So I'm guessing we're going to subscribe with tasks publication in one of our other files in our JavaScript. In one of our JSX files. So here we go, subscribe tasks. Okay, meteor.subscribe to the tasks. Right here, right before the return statement. So the meteor.subscribe tasks. Cool. Alright, let's see what the next step is. So now we've subscribed. Once you've added this, all of the tasks will reappear. I don't think I have any tasks, so nothing should appear. You know what, let's add some. Okay, eat lots of pizza. Great. Okay, I'll sign out. All the tasks are there. Cool, cool. All right. Calling Meteor publish on the servers registers a publication named tasks. When Meteor subscribe is called on the client with the publication name, the client subscribes to all the data from that publication, which in this case is all of the tasks. So now we're going to implement a feature that allows users to mark tasks as private so that no other user can see them. This button should show up only for the owner of the task. Okay, that seems fairly simple. Alright. Right under our update method, we're going to create a setPrivate method. So we're going to add we're going to add a comma here. that. Let's see if we got anything weird here that I don't understand, which I don't think we will. Okay, we create a constant called task. Tasks, find one based on ID. If the owner is different than the ID, you throw a not authorized error. So only the owner can set something to private. And then set private to private. We still have to create the private property, if I'm not mistaken. Now we need to pass the property to the task to decide whether we want to show the private button. The button should only show up if the current user is logged in. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so let's take this and head on over to our React. Should we go before our render method? And you know what? I'm also going to get rid of this because it's already included. Okay. Looks pretty good. Set filter tasks. Map over it. Current ID. Okay, we're passing a couple props to task here. Show private button is one of them. Okay. Which was one of our variables we declared up here. If the task owner is equal to the current ID. Okay, that looks alright. Add a new prop type for task component. Okay. What's after that? Alright. So show only the button to the owner. So let's add our prop type. So it's called show private button, and it's a Boolean. Required is required. Okay, that's not how you say Boolean. My bad. In JavaScript, you just say bool. Okay. Let's add the button using the new prop to decide whether it should be displayed. So again, you're just going to use a ternary if else statement. We're going to have to open our task file. Okay, and we're going to add right. It's a new button, so let's put it here. Excuse me. Okay. Cool. So this.props.show private button, it's going to toggle a class name, and when you on click you make it private. We still haven't created that, the toggle private method. So let's go ahead and do that. There it is right there. Toggle private. And one last thing, let's update the class of our LI to reflect its privacy status. We'll use the class names package. So we got to add class names. Install. Jesus Christ, sorry, I yawned, so got all messed up. Class names it's called, right? Yep. Okay, and we'll import it. And we'll just set a couple options to class names, and we're going to give it a name, task class name. So I think this, what they're trying to do here is it's just going to change the color or something, if I'm not mistaken. Const. Yeah, we'll see. Let's also get rid of this because we don't need this now, I don't think. Make it look a little pretty. Okay, so if something's checked, it's going to give it the class name checked. If it's private, it's going to give it private. And those should have been classes that were defined in our CSS. So let's go ahead and check out our CSS. Main.css checked. Changes the color just as I suspected. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Next step, selectively publishing tasks based on privacy status. Now that we have a way of setting which tasks are private, we should modify our publication function to only send the tasks that a user is authorized to see. Okay, cool. So this is what I was a little bit worried about before, that we couldn't get working. So only publish tasks that are public. So what are they going to do? They're going to publish tasks where private is not equal to true. Okay, so we're going to change the find method a bit. So let's move on over to our collection file and get rid of this. Return task.find, or is just like another selector that if one or the other of the statements is true, it's gonna return them. So this looks okay. My server isn't running, so I don't know if I have any errors. Or let me see, I may have an extra parentheses here, so that belongs to that. That corresponds to that. Nope, looks like we're okay. What else do they want? To test that it works, you can use your browser's private by logging in as a different user. Put the two windows side by side, mark a task as private. Okay, let's try that. So my server's not running. Alright, so I'll sign in. Let's ask this as private. Okay, so now we're going to open an incognito. And we're going to localhost. And I should only see one. Okay, awesome. So private works. Very, 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 very cool. And I can still edit these and delete them. Huh. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to fix this error here. Required show private button was not specified. Okay, let's move back to our folder, or to our file. Not sure 100% what this error is because I am using... Oh. I'm a moron. I used this in the wrong file. Okay, this is where I need... Whoops. Okay. If I do that, I shouldn't get the error anymore, hopefully. Okay, cool. So I'm logged in, I can check stuff off, and I can log out, but I can still check stuff off and delete stuff, which I do not like. Let's make this public again. Okay. I don't like that. Something must be up. I'm going to go ahead and see if finishing this off. Extra method security. In order to finish up, we needed... Okay, here we go. Oh my god, we waited 20 minutes for this. Alright. So, this is just to make sure that only the owner can delete and set to checked, which is what I've been trying to figure out this whole time. So, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to add a constant and a if statement that says that if it's private and if there's an owner, or if the owner is not the same as the user ID, throw an error saying that you can't do it, that you can't set it to checked or delete it. So that's going to go inside of our remove statement. So let's go to remove. We'll put that right here. Okay. Actually, I feel like I'm going to have to copy paste something else. So we're going to do the same, I believe, for the set checked method. Okay, so if it's private and task owner is not equals to user ID, throw another error that says you're not authorized. Awesome. So that should go over here. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and try that and check our console. See what our console tells us. So, fingers crossed. Here we go. Should take a look here. We should get a not authorized console message. Okay, not good. Not good. All right. What did we do? It could be messed up here with what I think this is supposed to be doing. So, hang on. Okay, I think that the privacy setting is set specifically so that people can't delete or edit them. But if you are just a random person, you can edit things. Okay. Alright, so only owners can delete private tasks or set them to checked, but anybody can delete or check a task in this app. You can go ahead and implement some sort of functionality to make it so that only the owner can edit or delete, and it shouldn't be that difficult. Just remember, you can use user ID, use something like this. If task owner isn't this.user ID, you can't update it or set it to check. That should be fairly simple. So I was actually getting all messed up because I thought that was a feature, but it's not. So you see, if the task is private, make sure only the owner can delete it, but anybody can delete public stuff or edit it. I guess it's supposed to be sort of like a communal, collaborative to-do list. Okay, maybe in another tutorial I'll show you how to do that, but it's actually fairly simple. So I think we're pretty much done. The next step is testing, which I'll let you guys do on your own. Meteor seems to have a good testing package. And what do they want after that? Oh, there's other Meteor apps you can go ahead and try. So I know this was pretty weird. Basically, I'm just trying to learn Meteor, and if I go through it and sort of explain it, it actually helps me. I don't expect this video series to really, help many people, because obviously there's a tutorial out there on the Meteor official Meteor website. But if you have any questions or any comments, let me know. Again, read the reacts in this video. We just kind of breezed through it. I was more concerned with Meteor pub sub and authentication, etc., etc. So I'll just keep learning Meteor. I'll probably put up another series where I actually do a tutorial on something. So we'll see you there. Take care, guys.